And I'm going to tie for you a very effective fly that I use in our local lakes. Now, I'm tying this on a number 12, 2x long. I'm using a black bead. I'm going to be using black thread. Now, this fly it's a nymph pattern. I tied it initially for cadis nymph, but because of the color, it can be used as a damsel nymph as well. I'm going to be using a gold rib. It's a gold oval rib. So I'll tie that on. I'll run my thread to the back. Now this fly can be trolled or you can cast and retrieve. Now I'm going to put a very short tail on it, and I'm going to use pheasant. It's going to be more of a stubby tail. I'll pull that for length. Now for the body, what I'm using is going to be a seal dubbing. It's a mixture of the colors that I use. It's an olive green seal. I've added some sparkle material, but there it is. I like using seal. Gives it a nice sheen in the water. I'm going to use a dubbing twister. Center your material. There. I'll give myself a half twist. Here, just a half hitch. Color your black thread at the rear. There, like so. I'm going to run this right about there to where I'm going to start putting the wing case. I'll cut that off, get that out of my road. Just get some of that excess off. What I'm going to do now is I'll bring my rib up. I'm going to reverse wind that on there. Oh, that's my phone. I'm not going to answer that right now. There we go. Tie that off. We'll cut that off. Now I'll trim a little bit of this off. Now I'm going to put the feelers that run back, and for that I'm going to be using a moose mane. Select two hairs, the darker ones, not the white. And if you drop it, you have to go for another one. All right. Pull that for length. Get the other one. I'll adjust that for length. There. Now, what I'm going to put here, I'm using a medallion sheet for the wing case. I'll run that. Let's get that feeler up there. I like using the medallion. It's a good durable material. Okay, now I'll take that excess off. I'll just set that aside for a minute. I'm going to trim this for shape here. There. I like that shape. Now I'm going to take what I had left over for the casing. Now, when you put your casing on, you run your thread back to at least where your last thread was. You don't want that showing. So when you lift it, and you've covered it. Okay, I like that. At this stage, I'm going to take a few fibers, stick them under for the beard or the legs. Position them, and then you pull for length. Now we have the legs on. I'm going to take some dubbing. Doesn't take very much. This completes the thorax. Bring your wing case over. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'll give it some more thread. I'm going to tie that off with a good whip finish. That off. A little bit of a haircut. That is one nice looking nymph. A very effective fly. That color combination with the gold rib seems to be very effective. So don't hesitate to use this fly. You can, like I said, you can troll this or on a heavy sink line, get it down to the bottom and work it on the bottom, and you'll find that it'll do you well.